coming to you from my kitchen after a unpaid internship sick day. I was supposed to start my second half of my internship today, but I have lots of dental issues because I've never been able to afford to take care of my teeth. My kids have great teeth. They all had braces and dental checkups. Me, not so much. So, if you're new here, hi, I'm Kim. I'm trying to make my last decades my best decades. I'm 61, about to graduate with an MSW in December to become a therapist. I work as a nanny, and I'm just kind of chronicling this stage of life where, things are not how I thought they'd be, but we're trying to make the best of it. I am just going to get on here and just talk about how frustrating it is when you can't get the care you need, and then the care ends up being like a pulled tooth that could have been saved had I had the money. I pay for dental insurance, $40 a month. Maximum output is $1,500. So basically it costs me $500 to get $1,000 in coverage. That's the goofy game we play. So I went to a terrible dentist, 4 years or so ago. After I hadn't been in like 10 years, my mouth hurt everywhere, still hurts everywhere. And she was, it was so bad. Like the assistant was telling her to like calm down and like she could do it. It was an older lady too. I don't know. It was very bizarre. And after I went for an initial, just like x-rays and stuff. And then I went back to get some work done before I quit a job where I had dental insurance. And it was just a horrible experience. So I basically had my tooth prepped for a crown, but I never wanted to go back there because she was too scary. So I put it off and put it off and put it off. Eventually the temporary crown fell off. So I went back to my old dentist before he retired, I guess a couple years ago. And thankfully it had a root canal in it. So I have not had pain from it, but it's literally just been kind of a rotting tooth, a molar on the bottom. So I finally got up the courage to make an appointment to go in to finally get it taken care of. I went 2 or 3 months ago. She was like, yeah, I think there's enough tooth there to still put a crown on. So that appointment was Thursday. Editing Kim here, just to clarify, with dental insurance, my portion of the crown that I was supposed to get on Thursday was almost $800. I have not been able to afford that, so I've put it off. I can't really afford it, but they were willing to split it in 3 payments, so I was going to tighten some things up and go ahead and get it done. The good news is, what I ended up getting done was only $100 out of my pocket. The bad news is, I'm short a tooth. I went in thinking I was going to get a crown, and after about 45 minutes, she was like, which I appreciate. She's a great dentist, so this is the dentist that replaced my dentist that retired. And she was like, I just don't feel good about doing it. It's not going to stay. We can do an implant, which I have another tooth, 2 teeth over it towards the front that is missing. And I was like, if I could afford an implant, I'd do the tooth that you can see. I wear a flipper on that tooth. So I was like, just for grins, how much is an implant? $4,000. Insurance doesn't cover any of it, or maybe $4,300. Oh, it was so much that it just didn't even really matter. And she was like, well, do you want to go ahead and pull it? I mean, really the only thing is to do an implant or a bridge. So the tooth behind it needs a crown. Then there was this bad tooth that needs a crown, and the tooth next to it has a bad cavity. I suspect it may need a crown. It would take care of like all of those 3. And I was like, how much is that? And that's like almost $1,900 with insurance. I'm like, can't do that. So I guess let's just pull it, and then, maybe someday I can afford to do something. I know why people go to Mexico now. They call it medical tourism, because you can go down there and I could probably get an implant in this one tooth, an implant in the one that got pulled. So long story short, I thought I was going in for a crown. I left with a tooth pulled Not to be gross, but it took an hour. It was no fun at all, and I have been in terrible pain. Today was the first day. This was Thursday, so Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, I went to work because if I don't go to work, I don't get paid. But today was my internship, and I woke up and my mouth was just aching, and I'm like, I can't do it. So anyway, today is the first day I've gone 6 hours in between doses of Tylenol or Motrin. So I think we turned a corner, but it has been brutal. And it's all this pain for basically just to have a hole in my mouth. So, of course, I can't chew over there now because it's this gaping hole. But once I can chew, it's going to affect my chewing because there's like no tooth there. So anyway, I don't know what this is for, but if there's any, and it's kind of a shameful thing, right? It's like, I would love to just go in and get my teeth taken care of or medical issues taken care of whenever I need them, but who can afford it? I mean, I could probably spend literally $12,000 to $15,000 on my mouth just to get it to where it's like not hurting. So anyway, as I share all these things about helping people feel like you're not alone, you're not alone. I'm thankful I've turned a corner tonight. It's not hurting as bad. And I plan on going to my unpaid internship tomorrow, but yeah, it's a drag that I cannot afford to take care of myself. And if anybody comes in my comments, I blocked the last guy that did it and said, what have you been doing for 40 years? All you got to do is earn and save and invest. Go away. With all due respect, go away. So anyway, I'm going to take a little dose of Tylenol. As you can see, I'm all ready for bed. And just to let you know, it's not too late. You're not too old. You may end up missing teeth like me, but we can still do great things. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. It's the Penny Cam. You wanted to say goodnight to everybody. You won't focus, Penny, because you're very dark and Bobo's already asleep. Say goodnight to your friends.